Mm-mm-mm. Wow, those are some giants right there. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, hey everyone. Tyler Redmond, host of Hunter Ridge Outdoors. Good to see you guys again. Hope y'all doing well. Want to hop on here. I said hop on here. I want to talk to you guys again. Doing a video that I've been excited to do for a while. Of course, when you go hunting, and you have trail cameras out and stuff like that, you are going to see some big bucks that you never get a chance to go after. You never know. The Lord will bless you with them if that's His will. But there are definitely moments, and it'll still continue to happen as long as you hunt, where you'll have those, I guess sometimes once-in-a-lifetime bucks show up and you never see again, or those once-in-a-lifetime chances you get to kill one, you know? But over the past, ever since I've been wanting to go after a big buck, and when I had my eyes on big bucks and been ready to kill one of those mature things, I've been blessed to see some really nice bucks over the past, 6 years now. But it's basically, this is a video about explaining the bucks that got away. Like oh, you gotta be kidding me moments, you know what I'm saying? But I've been blessed to take some mature bucks like that one right there. And, and some other stuff. But, oh, by the way, look at this new hat I got from the deer show. What do you think of that? Realtree is doing it again. They're throwing back to the old patterns. As y'all know, I got that bamboo hooded shirt of the Advantage Classic pattern. Realtree's going full blown with the old throwback patterns, and they're not done yet. They're going to go way back, I think, folks. They're going to continue to. Realtree's doing amazing things. I cannot wait. It's just been amazing. I've just fallen in love with. I've been in love with Realtree ever since, but I've just been more into it. I've been able to talk to some guys at Realtree, and I can tell you big things are coming. So, Lord willing, so stay tuned. In fact, I got I kept an email from the guy that worked at the Realtree booth there at the show. That's where I got the hat from. I saved his email in case I wanted to send in a video of me killing a big buck. Maybe next year, if that happens, Lord willing, a big buck, if I video and send it to him, I may make the cut to the Realtree Monster Bucks videos. So that is huge. If that happened, that would be my dream all the way to the top. Can get no better than that pretty much. Lord willing, we'll see. But that's basically the biggest thing I wanted to share with you guys right there. And I believe God's just going to bless me with some amazing things. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about all of us. You know, of course, God blesses us. And I just can't wait to see what God has in store for us hunters. So, back on this video. This video is going to explain about the bucks that got away. I've watched, if y'all probably seen Seek 1 and their hunts, they kill absolute giants. I mean, stuff 5, 6 times bigger, way bigger than this thing right here. And they did a video on the bucks that got away from them as well, that they had their eyes on for a certain amount of days or months, years. They were never able to get their hands on. Either deer was hit by a car, or deer was killed by another hunter. And as far as I know, that has happened to us, as far as us not being able to get our hands on them. As far as somebody else killing them, that's happened before. But I want to start back in 2018. Oh my gosh, this buck was absolutely huge. This is a buck that we were just, I mean, so focused on there for a while. We never saw him again after the year, but back in 2018, back in July, I think, we noticed this buck. This thing was huge. I mean, giant, tall brows that literally about touched each other while they were in velvet. He was a huge scoreboard 10-pointer. He had a double fork brow, and his brows went like this. And we had him on camera all the way up till during the rut and something like that. Just haven't seen him afterwards, but that's one of those bucks that we saw. And I know y'all just getting fascinated already about seeing those bucks. Just hang on, we even got some other big ones coming that we were shocked to see on camera. That it was a blessing for us to see. That one, and the next buck was this one right here. Yes, I got his shed off of this buck right here. This was a big 8-pointer. That was, honestly, I think I only saw one time. But just knowing the fact I got this shed, it'd been like, man, it would have been awesome to have this buck down on the wall, literally. But just to have this antler, this is still pretty cool and very unique. And you're probably looking at the picture of him right now. He was a massive 8-pointer, definitely mature. And the other buck that was hanging around with him there for a little while, this is late December 2018, so the bucks are back on their feet, going back for food. They're exhausted, they're tired of rutting, chasing those does. They're getting their weight back for the next year. And this next buck that was hanging with him around that time was a 9-pointer, just as big as this one. You're looking at him right now, but this 9-pointer was pretty wide. This buck was really nice. And here's another fun fact to add to that. He returned the next year. Yes, he returned the next year, but only one time did I see him. That was during the rut. He came at my trail camera, made a scrape, and urinated right in front, no, right behind my mock scrape. Just so cool. I knew that deer right off the bat, and I was like, oh man, that was one from last year in the late December. So that was cool to see him. That was another one that got away. Don't know what happened to him. Neither this one or the big one, the tall brows. So anyway, that was cool. Now, remain in 2019. Of course, y'all heard the story of Big Boy. Won't go into much of that, but y'all seen him. That was the main dude I really wanted to kill for 3 years. 2018, probably less than 120-inch tall 8-pointer, probably 2.5, 3.5, probably 3.5 years old. And then the next year he returned. Still, he got a lot bigger for sure. And then the next year, 2020, he's still in there. And I realized his pattern was the same. His main area in the summer was right there behind our house. And he would venture out more and go into core areas during the rut until the January for the next year. And then I attempted that spot and stalk on him that year in 2020. And then 2021 ended up developing a tumor on his rear leg, one of his back legs, and messed up his rack and just vanished from the entire group. And that was a shame. That was a big shame. I really hated that. But that was the legend. That was Big Boy right there. In 2019, when I noticed that buck came back again, that second year, there was a bigger buck with him. You may think I'm crazy for not... Yeah, I was kind of crazy, I guess. But I was so wanting to kill that tall 8-pointer. But this other buck, we nicknamed the Hoss. And yes, he was a Hoss. The Hoss of that bachelor group. This had to be a definitely probably late 130s, mid 140s type 8-pointer. I mean, just a huge, wide 8-pointer with tall brows as well. We nicknamed the Hoss, and don't know what happened to him, but of course, you just saw him that year. We laid our eyes on him, you know, just stuff like that, and. Now go later to 2020. 2020 begins the journey or lookout for 3 bucks. One of them was we called the Big 10 with bladed brows, and I'll get to that in a minute. That relates to this buck right here. And then there was one that we nicknamed Bobtail. And one that I started to nickname, or think about it, named Wide Load. So, the Big 10-pointer, get this, the Big 10-pointer was on our camera all through the summer with the big 8-pointer I shot behind my house in 2020. He roamed with him and other nice bucks in the area, in that bachelor group at that point. But my 8-pointer was not the biggest. The 10-pointer, for a fact, was. He had bladed brows like my 8-pointer right here. Bladed brows, and I can pretty much guarantee you from this point that this buck, bladed brows, this buck is an offspring to that 10-pointer. Shadow of a doubt. If you agree with me, comment, let me know. If you don't, I don't want to hear. No, I'm just kidding. But that is definitely a genetic thing. I mean, the bladed brows, these brows were so thick, and that brought me back to that 10-pointer. So that 10-pointer was killed by another hunter. He didn't hunt far from us at all. And I'll tell you how we found out. You're probably looking at the pictures and stuff now. I found him at the taxidermist. You heard me tell the story with T-Bone on the Zoom on our podcast. Yes, that hunter, a guy named Hunter, by the way, I'm friends with him now on Facebook. He killed that 10-pointer right around still early season of bow. And the whole story with that was he was going to do a Euro mount on that deer, but then he changed his mind and wanted to do a shoulder mount. So the hide or the deer that you see on the shoulder mount that the guy Mark, my taxidermist Mark, was working on, that's not the 10-pointer's hide, that's another deer's hide. But I looked at that and said, no wonder that buck's been gone. He's over here at the taxidermist. So, that was funny. But still, we called the guy, wished him a big congratulations, and in fact, he got that buck on camera as well with all the others that he traveled with. Going to Bobtail now. Bobtail definitely had the name for it. He only had half a tail. I guess a coyote or something chewed up the rest of the tail. This is a buck that we had history with pretty much for, I guess, as far as I know, 2 years. No, 3 years. I say 2.5 years. Anyways, 2020 he was roaming with the big 8-point I shot and the big 10. And the wide load buck that I'll explain later on. This buck Bobtail, of course, had the name, like I said, half a tail. You could definitely recognize him. He was a nice, wide 8-pointer. Definitely young, probably 2 or 3.5 years old at the time. And y'all need to take a look at this clip because he was in the bow range, and I almost got a shot at him when he come in behind some does. Y'all take a look at this. So that was a bummer, but that was my first live encounter of Bobtail. So then, fast forward to, let's see, 2021. Yeah, he's been here. He's been behind my house, stuff like that. So now 2021, after early season, getting close to the rut, he's back. His body is huge, and I'm talking this deer is way over 200 pounds. Now, he's blown up in rack size, but he's now just a 6-pointer. He's like an 8-pointer without brows. He's just this big 6-pointer, like I said, without brows, a big 6-pointer, and he's lost an eye. Oh my gosh. He's gotten a fight. He's lost an eye. So Bobtail has now brought in some history now. Oh my gosh. This buck returned. He's blown up in body size. Still, of course, half a tail, Bobtail. and now he's lost an eye. Oh my gosh. So he stays around there for the whole year. And then the next year, he comes back with 2 other bucks. And this was 2022, the year I killed the big 9-pointer. This buck only showed up one more time. And worst case scenario, I personally, my belief, he got hit by a car or something dramatically happened. He only showed up one time. I could tell, half a tail, you know, and no eye. It was his left eye that was missing. And you're looking at the video now, but you can see him walking through, just cruising through with those bucks in that early summer pattern, and he ain't even got his main beam. It hasn't even started spreading yet or sprouting in the horns, the velvet and stuff. So that was the last time I saw Bobtail, but wow, that was the history of Bobtail right there. Now on to one of my favorites. This is Wide Load, folks. This buck was probably 2 or 3.5 years old as well. Huge wide 8-pointer. I mean, he was definitely wider than Bobtail. Him and Bobtail were similar as far as having being a wide 8-pointer. So this buck is wide. And he was roaming with the 8-pointer, with Bobtail and 10-pointer. Probably 6 or 7 different bucks were roaming in one group. I've never seen anything like it. So, this buck, Wide Load I'm calling now, he's hanging around there, you know, and catch a video of him on a late season, well, actually January of 2021 now, because he survived the year, and so did Bobtail at the time. Now, we planted a little food plot behind our house. Wanted to try something different, and not long at all before muzzleloader season, I saw that buck. Just walking in the food plot. Yeah, I know you're looking at the video, but he's way far off, but I knew it was him. Just a wide buck. And I actually got another picture of him that year too as well, and I was like, that is definitely that wide 8-pointer, for sure. Definitely blown up in rack size. And here's where it gets good. This is where, oh my gosh, this turns out, wow. Y'all don't realize this, but this could have been a state record 8-pointer. I'm talking a giant. Woo! This buck shows up a year later. Definitely gotten bigger. His body is ginormous, over 200 pounds. Definitely 20-inch inside spread, or maybe longer than that. But this buck is a tank, and I was so disappointed I could not get my hands on him. I had already gotten my 9-pointer back from the taxidermist. I was like, if I can kill this deer, I want that thing on a pedestal and on a, you know, display mount. Oh my gosh, this buck, y'all, showed up, like I said, different nights. One night, get this, after 12 o'clock in the morning, midnight, it's dark and everything, he's in my grandpa's old house. 4 hours later, he's behind my house. So, that's how quickly he traveled across the road, literally. So that buck's over here now, venturing both places. And this buck, believe it or not, one day, it was, I forget what day it was, but it was November, 11 o'clock a.m. He is back there with a button head. This buck is a freaking monster. Y'all saw it on the podcast. I showed T-Bone. He could not believe it, how big that buck was. That was a giant. After looking at different pictures, I looked at this one picture on Facebook at the deer butcher, and I believe that buck was taken by another hunter. But that buck was a stud. And I'll stop it right there by leaving you guys on a good note. Yeah, of course I didn't get him, but that is a good, huge sign that great genetics, whether it's tall or wide, crappy or not crappy, what's that word? Trash. No, it's near this gnarly. A lot of great genetics of racks are around this area, and we can get them. There's a shadow of a doubt, we can get them. We just got to be out there. Hey, you know what? Many, many offsprings from now, who knows? You may kill one that's related to that one buck. So that's why she's so amazing. And then go back to 2021. This certain buck came up. This was a very unique buck. Very unique. I mean, just tall and tall brows. And if you notice on his right rack, he's got a probably almost an 8-inch long kicker coming off the base. That's right, the base of his antler. And I'm like, I like to shoot that deer too. He's really cool. So he's hanging around there for the year. Multiple pictures, multiple trail camera videos of that deer. The next year blows up. I mean, literally on my picture, that thing looks like a 200-inch deer. I don't think he's that, but that buck blew up. How do I know it's him? Same frame, same tall brows, and the kicker. The kicker was the giveaway right there. I knew it was him. Here's the funny part. Same spot. So that deer was in there evening and morning at daylight. I shouldn't have shot him. Ugh. So you know a lot of bucks I've had encounters with and we didn't shoot. Unfortunately. And finally, y'all seen enough pictures of stuff, but now we're going to close it off with a pretty much not a done deal, but we don't know for sure. You know where I hunt, I got permission to hunt at the Kudzu patch, that property. So, those big bucks that were there last year in summer, I mean a really wide 8-pointer, a really wide, huge 9-pointer or 8-pointer, I guess, the big wide 10-pointer, tall 8-pointer, all those. They disappeared pretty much right before the rut started. And of course there's a crab claw buck. I call it the crab claw buck because he's got a huge, looks like a giant crab claw. As far as I know, he probably survived the year. Last pictures I got of him were just days prior to the end of the season. So, but we're hoping to see those bucks again, or if not, other big ones and better ones this year, y'all. Y'all, my mouth's dry. Y'all seen enough photos and videos. Y'all get the gist of it. I was so excited to do this video because, yes, these are pretty much the bucks I've gotten away. No. But anyways, folks, can't wait to post some more videos on there soon. Promise you there'll be some more. But that is a video I wanted to give you guys while I'm just chilling after work. As y'all know, I'm working full-time at my local feed store. Job's going great. And, of course, lessons being learned. When you make mistakes, you learn. It makes you a better person. But, for me, from my new, improved hunting... Oh, my hunting bitch, by the way. By the way, look what I got for Christmas, y'all. Cannot wait to try this. Oh, the awesome, one and only, cellular camera, Tacticam Reveal X. Jonathan, our own Jonathan Brown, uses these cameras. He said this is the only one he'll ever use. He loves it. And, but folks, I hope y'all enjoyed that video. I wanted you to get some, get a hunting video when it's not hunting season. But hey, before you know it, a month and a half from now, we'll be chasing those long bears. Blah, 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 blah. Cannot wait. You guys, of course, are coming along. I cannot wait. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. May God bless you. May God keep you safe. Hope y'all have a good one. Fishing season's coming up, so happy fishing. Happy turkey hunting coming up in a month. And you guys stay tuned for some more videos. They'll be coming soon. Bye-bye. Oops, I forgot something. Let me turn back y'all around. Hey, everybody, I'm Tyler. Welcome back. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I wanted to, I forgot one buck that still could be on the mission for 2024. I noticed this buck at my grandpa's old house back in 2022. This, I mean, oh my gosh, the widest deer I've ever seen in my life. All of a sudden, I sent it to my friend Steve, and he says, that looks like a steer. And I was like, let's just name that buck Steer. And folks, I never ever saw that buck again except that one time in early, I said, when development was coming in. And finally, this past year, we got him on camera again. He is a giant. And I'm not talking giant. He probably don't score a lot, but just wide. I mean, wide as a steer, 6-pointer. Holy cow, now that was an awesome buck. And if I shoot him, he's going on the wall. I don't care what the score is, he's going on the wall. But hey, like I said, now I'm ending it right there. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you on the next one. Y'all have a good one. See you later.